Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. Call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. Roll call, please.
Michael Cashman.
I'm here.
Meg LaFave.
I'm here.
Barb Hebert.
Present.
James Coffey.
Here.
Rick Collins.
Resolution 22, approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of December 20th, 2018 be approved and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, Hebert, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Tom, are you lending your aye vote to the minutes?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll say aye to that.
Anything for public comment this evening? Resolution 23, abstract 1B-19/18.
Resolved that the abstract of auditor claims number 1B-19, 5 through 32 for $135,484.57. An abstract 1B-19, 6 through 12 prepays in the amount of $713,503.14. And number 1B-18, 2820 to 2878 for $402,298.28. And prepays 494 in the amount of $11.09 to be received as reviewed the audit committee, and supervisors hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert, any discussion?
Is there supposed to be abstract number for $11.09? Is that 1B?
1B18.
Is that 1B18?
1B-18?
Yeah, it would be 1B18.
Yep. Okay.
We just can add that in?
Yep. Okay. Anything else? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Thank you. Resolution 24, monthly department reports.
Resolved that to receive and place on file the monthly department head reports. Building and grounds, highway superintendent, park and recs, water and wastewater, codes and zoning, planning and community development, supervisor's financial report, and town clerk.
Is there a motion?
So,
Wood. Is there a second?
Second, this is reluctantly as he.
Discussion. All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 25, New York City Association of Towns Annual Meeting of 2019.
Whereas it is in the best interest of the town that employees and respective boards remain current and informed concerning changes and regulations. And whereas training is being offered in New York City through the associations of towns from February 17, 2019 to February 20th, 2019. Therefore, be resolved that Supervisor Michael Cashman, Deputy Supervisor Meg LaFave, Town Clerk Rick Collins, Justices James Joyce and Mark Mannix, and Court Clerks Pamela Esposito and Pamela St. John, and Planning Technician Melina Tamer be approved to attend the training. And it be further resolved that the aforementioned individuals receive training for the year 2019 and the expenses of training be paid from each department's budget. And it be further resolved the supervisor be authorized to submit receipt for payment of yearly training, and that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and a copy be placed in their respective personnel files.
Is there a motion?
so moved.
Wood. Is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert. Any discussion?
Online it says it's at the 18th to the 21st.
The material that I have here on the association's letterhead is February 17th through 20th.
Okay.
Might be a vendor, there might be a vendor's day.
17th is Sunday, it's always Sundays or Wednesdays, so it's,
And this letter is dated October 5th, 2018, Meg.
I'm looking at 2018.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's
there you
okay,
go.
Meg.
I
it's been
was-
gone a long time.
Close enough.
I want to offer one comment, and that is the fact that in the region, a number of people go. In Schuyler Falls, over the last, Rick, I don't know if you'd be able to say how long they've been doing it, but they're the ones that have been managing the buses, or the bus. How long would you say they've been doing that?
Well, I've been here 15 years, and they've done it every year that I was here.
Okay. So I just want to thank Schuyler Falls for taking that portion on. It's a lot of work to coordinate the efforts. And in fact, it's becoming a little bit more difficult just getting some of the coordination of that done. So just a shout out to our neighbors in Schuyler Falls for taking that part on. So, all right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And so is carried. Resolution 26, appointment of Town of Plattsburgh delegate for the 2019 Association of Towns meeting.
Whereas training for municipal employees and officials is being held in New York City, February 17th to the 20th, 2019. And as a member of the Town Association, the Town of Plattsburgh has certain privileges. Therefore, be resolved that Michael Cashman be appointed the official representative of the Town of Plattsburgh and be allowed to cast their vote on behalf of the town at the 2019 Annual Association Town Meeting. And Meg E. LaFave be an alternate delegate if needed. And it be further resolved, a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, one to Michael Cashman and Meg LaFave, one be placed in their personnel file, and the supervisor complete the certificate of designation noting himself as official town delegate.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, your second?
Second.
Hebert. Discussion?
Yeah, have they put online or anything about what the resolutions are supposed to be that you're voting on?
I don't know if they're online, but I believe they're in the packet. Yes, they're in the packet.
I'd like to take a look at them.
Okay,
Yeah, me too, Michael.
okay.
What committee, Michael, are you serving on?
Resolutions
The
Committee
resolution.
and Nominations
Okay.
Committee.
Okay.
So, all right. All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 27, annual examination of town fiscal records by audit committee.
Whereas the town board is responsible for the general management and control of town finances, town law, section 64-1. An important aspect of this responsibility is to provide a process to monitor and review on a routine basis the work performed by those who handle money as part of their town duties. And whereas in an effort to improve accountability and control over finances and records, the Town of Plattsburgh Audit Committee and Finance Manager has reviewed the 2018 records of the town clerk, town justices, recreation, and town tax receiver per regulation. Whereas the town clerk's, town justices, recreation, and town tax receivers records have been provided to the full board for their review. And whereas the town records have been prepared and are hereby presented to the town board for their review and approval. Now therefore be resolved that the annual audit as prepared and submitted by the Town Planning Audit Committee be accepted and placed on file per regulation.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, second.
Second.
Hebert, any discussion?
Just want to thank the departments for getting their records in order, and Pat for helping us with our timeline. We created a little timeline this year to make sure things got done in a timely fashion, and even ahead of schedule, actually.
Yeah,
We're 3 days ahead of schedule.
I went through random ones, and each one
Mhm.
checked them out and that type of thing, and then our finance manager came in and worked with us for any other questions we had and other things that maybe we hadn't looked at. So, I think we did a pretty good job on that.
He certainly does.
The other thing that I want to add is we got a request, it's pretty typical, from the State of New York Unified Court System, Lawrence Marks, Chief Administrative Judge, for a report as it relates to the justices. So that material will be forwarded
Okay.
as usual, okay? So sometimes, you know, there's multiple individuals that are looking at the numbers, from the comptroller's office to our, you know, doing our annual audit, to this process, to the court system and such. So all very welcome. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 28, local law, moratorium on certain specified uses incompatible with mixed-use residential development in the town's smart growth plan study area proposed zones T3C, T3N, T4, and T5.
Whereas from 2017 to 2018, using funds from the New York State Department of State under the Environmental Protection, the town of Plattsburgh has initiated a coordinated smart growth plan process focused on the town's commercial core and its impact on readiness to adjacent areas. And whereas the town of Plattsburgh seeks to promote healthy, resilient, sustainable mixed-use development within the commercial core of the town, consisting of diverse yet complicated uses. And whereas the town of Plattsburgh is considering and enacting a regulation addressing the potential negative impacts associated with the use that may be complicated with the goals of the town's smart youth growth plan and associated study, specifically those areas in the map titled Town of Plattsburgh Smart Growth Plan Draft Build-Out Map labeled T3C, T3N, T4, and T5. And whereas the town board has identified the following use as potential implicated in the goals of mixed-use residential development in the aforementioned project proposal, T3C, T3N, T4, and T5 parcels. Contractor storage yards, gasoline stations, public utilities, storage yards, industrial machine shops. Whereas the town board has recommended a 6-month moratorium on the aforementioned use of the aforementioned parcels in the areas in order to complete the smart growth plan and study potential impacts of these uses within the study area and to consider any proposed zoning amendments contained therein. And whereas Michael Cashman, being a member of the town board, has introduced local law number 1 for the year 2019 for the town of Plattsburgh entitled Moratorium on Certain Specified Use Compatible with Mixed-Use Residential Development in the Town's Smart Growth Plan, Study Area Proposed Zoning, T3C, T3N, T4, and T5, onto it. Whereas New York General Municipal Law 239M is applicable and referred to the Clinton County Planning Board were made. And whereas January 2nd, 2019, the Clinton County Planning Board, by a vote of 7-1, did determine the referral of the local issue. And whereas the public hearing on such proposed local law was held on December 6, 2018, and whereas the adoption of a moratorium on land development and construction in Type 2 Act under 6 New York CRR Part 617 required no further environmental review. Now therefore be resolved, the town board hereby adopts local law number 1 of 2019, moratorium on certain specified use incompatible with mixed-use residential development in the town's smart growth plan study area, proposed zones T3C, T3N, T4, and T5. And further resolved that the town's attorney represent the town for the said local law and take such further action that board may direct relative to enacting this law.
I'm just going to make one quick amendment because I know there was at least one point of confusion. First, whereas at the top, it's T4 and there's a 7, it should be an and sign. So,
Okay.
okay, just as a quick Is there a motion?
Yes, so moved.
Yes. Wood?
So moved.
Okay. Second?
Seconded.
Peter, any discussion?
Just that for our viewers, that just a little clarification, because it's, in terms of commercial core of the town consisting of diverse yet compatible uses, so it's compatible and incompatible, as opposed to complex. Just want to make sure
Yeah.
that's all.
And it's meant to be short-term, and we're going to be moving into the comprehensive land use plan.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
yep. Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Roll call, please.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Mark Weaver,
Yes.
Mike Cashman.
Yes, resolution carries. Stick with me. Resolution 29, purchase of water reading meters.
Whereas Resolution 09-296 authorized the standardization of water reading meters to Neptune water meters. And whereas Neptune Technology Group has submitted documentation stating that Thai Sales Incorporated is the authorized Level 1 certified distributor for Neptune and is the exclusive supplier of Neptune products in the upstate New York market. And whereas Thai Sales Incorporated as an authorized Level 1 certified distributor for Neptune and the exclusive supplier of Neptune products in the upstate New York market has submitted price quotations for the year 2019. Now therefore be resolved, the town board approved the purchase as requested, and that the water and wastewater director is hereby authorized to make incremental purchases not to exceed the total purchase price amount of $100,000 in the fiscal year 2019. And therefore be resolved that payment may be payable from the 2019 water and wastewater budget account SW 6.8340.4170. And that a copy of this resolution be given to the water and wastewater department and to the budget officer.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, Wood, any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Carried. I'm pulling resolution 30 that was in your packet, just as an FYI, getting some clarification on a couple of things, may or may not be before you as it was originally presented. But there's a couple of things not to take action on it tonight. So rather than confuse it and lay it on the table, only to bring it back up with some confusion, I'm just pulling the resolution, okay? I see no need to go into an executive session this evening unless anybody else feels differently. Seeing nothing further, is there a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting at 6:18?
So moved.
Egert,
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye.